Hey guys, Alex here, bringing you a tutorial. This is going to be a moderate to advanced tutorial, so if you have trouble following, you might have to pause frequently, something like that. So, every time. Let's, uh, let's see what we're going to be doing today. Now, that all happened pretty quick because I didn't do the time properties and all that right. It was just showing the basic thing. But basically, what's been going around in the hardcore community a lot more I've been seeing is someone hits a shot and then right after they hit that shot, like they twixter it and then they do the little, oh, you're in outer space, flames are going around everywhere, particles flying, all that shit. So it's pretty cool. You can see my mask is pretty shitty. I'm doing this for tutorial purposes. It's not going to be like the best thing ever. But anyway, let's get right into it. You're going to want to make a new composition. You're going to want to make it your uh, all your stats. You can either drag the clip in or do this. I choose to do this. Let's do like a minute. Just so we have plenty of time. So you want to drag your clip in. Let's go to the part in the clip you want to get. So in our case, right, like let's say here. So boom, 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 boom. So you want to stop it at a part that's fairly static. So not a lot of movement. For me, it was, I passed it. For me, it was right here. So you're going to want to split your clip. Or if you don't know how to do that, Control-Shift-D is the hotkey. Or you can hit Edit, Split. But Control-Shift-D is a lot easier. You're going to want to turn on frame blending for the entire comp. You're going to want to click this one twice, and if you don't see it and it's like this for you, click toggle switches modes, or I believe it's F4. Yeah, F4 or toggle switches modes. So you want to go down to Twixter, or if you don't have Twixter, you can go up to time stretch, but I really recommend Twixter. Time stretch is going to be a lot more work than is needed. So change it to your frame rate. I like to have 100 and speed and smart blend checked, speed 100. You don't change the speed yet. Motion sensitivity 100, frame rate 59.94. Okay. Output controls. So since I split it where I wanted to do it, you're going to keyframe speed right there. And then you're going to make it something like 1 or 2. But you notice we got some warp. Really bad warp. So what you could do is you could go extend this clip a little bit over this way and then snap that there and see if there's a spot where there's even less movement than you already have. So for us it would be right here. So let's move it. It's still a little warped, but it's not as bad as the first one. Okay. So we can move that back to here, move that back to there. And now what you're going to want to do is go find a space stock of like an outer space picture, preferably one that's bright and has a lot of points that glow. So mine happens to be this one. It is pretty good. I like it. And so you're going to make it fit up to 100. You're going to want to have to do this on full. Or you're going to have to, not going to have to want to. I don't even know what I said there. But you're going to have to put it on full. So you can see the mask. You're going to want to turn this off. You're going to want to grab your little hand grabbing tool so you can see the gun. Because this is what we're going to mask out. You're going to grab your pen tool. And for tutorial purposes, I'm going to keep this mask fairly crappy. So you're going to want to just do your mask. And for you guys, you're probably going to want to take more time on this to make it more precise. You know, zoom in, you know, fix it up. I don't have time for that. unless you guys want to see like a half-hour long commentary for a tutorial. But no. So you're going to want to mask it out as best as you can. Like I said, you can go back and touch stuff up later, or you can just make it perfect from the start. Whatever works best for you. I'm making some mistakes right now. I'm just going to correct them when I can. And it's actually better if you mess up, it's better to mask on the inside of the gun. Like, let's say I miss and I'm like, oh. It's better to do that than mess up and mask outside by, like, the barrels or something. It's better if you mess up, like, on the inside of the gun, because then it's not as noticeable in the space world realm. So you're going to want to mask out most of your gun. Well, all of your gun, but you're going to want to mask out most of the stuff closest to the front of the screen. So let's just keep masking. And you might want to mask out your hand, you might not. Up to you. I'm going to choose to do the hand. But, I mean, later on, the hand is probably going to be a little bit more work. But it's going to look a little bit cleaner. Make sure you are doing this on the space part. Picture, not on the gun clip part. So just make a really quick, crappy... Well, you guys don't make a quick, crappy mask, but I do. Mask out all of it, all of it. This is a really bad mask. Okay, no. Okay, so now when you turn it on, boom, your space is your gun. You can have it like that, but that's not really, it's not the effect. It doesn't really look good to me. So you're going to want to go hit M, or what you can do is you hit the little drop arrow and hit masks, but I like M better. You're going to want to check mark inverted, and now, boom, you got part of your space scene. Without the mask, you can see it's pretty choppy mask, but that's the way I did it. So what you're going to want to do, everyone should do this. I mean, your mask isn't going to be perfect unless you take a lot of time making it. You're going to feather it out about 3 or 4. 4 in this case works a little bit better. And I mean, it's not going to be, if you go over here, I mean, you notice the mask only shows how crappy it is in certain spots. So, I mean, you're not going to be making that many changes. So, now you're going to add whatever you want. So let's do the fire, the big fire. Oh wait, first, you go to your wallpaper, or, well, that's what mine's called. You go to your space scene picture. You could have a moving one, you could have a video, it doesn't matter. You're going to want to go to stylize, glow, and then what you can do is at the beginning you can either do like from 0 threshold all the way to like your stopping point, like 75 or something, and then that'll be like a bright flash thing. Or you could do you could just have a little glow on it so it looks nice and pretty, which is what I'm gonna do. But I'm also gonna do the 0 to 75 or whatever looks good to make it flash so it's like, well, what's going on? So now you're gonna bring in your fire or your whatever you want to put on it. In this case, for me, it's fire. And you're gonna want to make it, you know, big so you can see the entire thing on the screen. And then if you would like to, it's not mandatory, but then again in a tutorial it's just showing you the basic thing. You can put a glow on that too. You can maybe lower the, or make the threshold higher so there's not as much glow. And there you go, you have your fire. So you can put particles on if you want. I'm gonna, just because my mask is so bad that I want to distract from the feathering, or use what am I saying? You want to use the feathering, and you want to use as much distracting elements as possible. So if your mask is really bad and you know it's really bad, you're going to want to feather it out, maybe more than 5, maybe less, and you're going to want to put more stuff on the screen to distract and deter from the mask itself. Again, not necessary. The most I think most people would do would be maybe just like an optical flare up in the corner on the gun or something, and then just space. I'm going to use space and fire because I think it looks better, and the particles just as another deterrent. So there you go. Basically, that's the effect. But if you want to know what I did for the little like whoosh in right here, the little whoosh in, you're gonna make a new adjustment layer, split it, delete it, and you're gonna go to distort, optics compensation, checkmark reverse lens distortion, and make it really high. So let's say like 125, something like that. And then you're going to want to go to, let's say, where your glow stops flashing. So that would be like right here. And then you're going to make this 0. And then boom, you're in space. So the reason you also might want to use particles and a lot of glowing and optical flares is to make the space look like it's moving. Or you could get a moving picture of space, like, let's see. You could go to a moving picture or video of space, like this 3D VFX scene that I downloaded. You could get a moving picture of space and mask that out and do the same thing, maybe a little bit better one than that one. But that's pretty much the basic effect. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys might use this, and if you want more touch, just leave a comment below. But anyway, guys, this has been Alex. I'm out.